Hey booktube, Chelsea the Reading Outlaw here to talk about my slightly belated TBR for the month of April for the O.W.L.s Readathon, the O.W.L.s Readathon. That might sound familiar to you if you are all acquainted with the world of Harry Potter, or if you follow the absolutely fantastic Book Roast here on YouTube, who created this readathon last year and is doing it again this year, even bigger and even better. So for those of you who somehow aren't familiar, the O.W.L.s is the first level of wizarding exams that the students at Hogwarts takes, your owls. And basically for this year, Book Roast has put together a list of future magical careers and also just general owl lists. So you are working on getting a certain kind of letter grade, basically by the number of owls you perform in a given subject. Each subject you can get one owl for a total of, I think there's 9. Basically, it's a reading prompt. So you can either go for however many just kind of prompts of your own choosing as you want, or you can look at the career guide that Book Roast put together, pick a career, and that will break down both the books you need to read this semester for the owls, as well as next semester in a couple of months when the same readathon has the Newts exam, the nasty extreme wizarding tests, something like that. Which is basically kind of like the second round of this readathon challenge. I will link Book Roast's video where she does a much better job explaining it, as well as links to the documents themselves down below so that you can look at the career guide and what the reading prompts are. I decided this year that I was going to take it kind of easy. My first gut instinct was to go for the Auror or the Hogwarts professor or the librarian, something that had a lot of prompts required, but I'm trying to do that balance thing. And I realized that these last couple months of being pregnant and then having the baby right around the time of the next readathon, I'm trying to set future Chelsea up for success by current Chelsea not biting off more than she can chew, basically. We'll see how it goes. So I picked Herbologist as my career of choice, which I just really love. I love being outside. I love gardening. I love plants. I love Neville, who is always synonymous to herbology with me. So it seemed like a really good one. And it was one of the not easier ones because each of these challenges can be kind of adapted to the difficulty that you want them to be at. But it was one of the ones that required fewer exams, both now and then again in a couple months for the Newts test. So I won't have to read or worry about reading quite as many books that month either. So to be a herbologist, you basically need to get an O.W.L. in Care of Magical Creatures, in Herbology, and in Potions. So the prompts for those 3 specific categories for this year's owls are one with a plant on the cover. That's the Herbology prompt. So I am reading Stephen King's The Dark Tower finally. If you're thinking, Chelsea, I've seen you hold up that book a lot. You've talked about finishing it several times. That book's been on your TBR for what seems like years. Yeah, I know. It does, doesn't it? We're going to finish it, friends. We're going to finish this motherfucker. It's going to be done. But it's got a plant on it. See, there's a rose. So this is going to be this is the bookmark from the last time that I attempted it. Go ahead, pull that out of there. Won't be in that one anymore. Luckily, I have this one on audio, so I will be able to speed listen back through to the point where I was already at last time before I dropped the speed back down. But yeah, finally gonna read it, friends. And then the Care of Magical Creatures prompt is something with a land animal on the cover, or a mammal on the cover. So I went with this one. This is Magic Bites by Alona Andrews. This is an urban fantasy. Basically, it says, Kate Daniels is a down-on-her-luck mercenary who makes her living cleaning up magical problems. But when Kate's guardian is murdered, her quest for justice draws her into a power struggle between 2 strong factions within Atlanta's magic circles. Pressured by both sides to find the killer, Kate realizes she's way out of her league, but she wouldn't want it any other way. This is one of those series that already has 17 bajillion books out or something in it, and it's been a really long time since I've started one of these series. So I'm looking forward to it. I really like the sound of that premise. I really like that it takes place in Atlanta. Plus, I am trying really hard not to buy or put any more books on hold, and this is actually one of the few books I have in my collection that has a land mammal on the cover who isn't just a human. So yeah, that's why I decided to finally conquer this one. Hopefully it works out. And then the last one is Potions. The prompt for Potions this year is adding the next ingredient or finishing a sequel. Lucky for me, because it's booktube SFF season, I have lots of sequels to pick from. This month I'm going to try and tackle two, at least one of them, but preferably both. That's A Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, which is the sequel to Strange the Dreamer, which I really loved, but not as much as I loved some of Laini's other work in the past. So I'm hoping that the second book can kind of balance out some of the pacing problems and maybe pick up a little bit on the world building, where I feel like the first book didn't quite fill that out for me. And then I'm also going to try and read Grey Sister, which is the sequel to Red Sister, my ultimate favorite assassin nuns fantasy obsession. I loved the first book so fucking much. I'm so excited to read the second one. It's one of those books where I want to read it and I want to go and listen to it, but then I keep stopping myself because once it's done, then it's done for a while and I don't want to have to keep waiting for the series. My head is a weird place to live, friends. But so those are my O.W.L.s choices, my owl choices for the readathon now. Obviously, I will be back at the end of the month to let you guys know how I did, and then back in a couple months to embark on the Newts challenge. So fingers crossed. I'm actually a little bit more nervous for that one than I am for this one. Obviously, it's all in good fun. It's all in jest. It's just a really fun, interesting, kind of explicitly nerdy and academic way to arrange a month of reading prompts. So thank you so much to Book Roast for putting this together. There are lots of your favorite booktube SFFers who are participating. I will try and slap some links down below to other people who put out announcement videos. But otherwise, friends, come back in a little bit. Let me know what you're reading for the readathon. If you're not participating, just what you have on the go, come talk books with me. And until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have happy reading.